Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is looking amazing. It's looking like the most fun, full and flashy Smash of all time, and it's fair to say the amount of characters in this game are ridiculous. But it still feels that in terms of Zelda characters, the game's kinda lacking. I suppose I'm coming from a very biased perspective, Zelda being my all-time favourite game series, but it just seems weird to have so few Hyrule Warriors in the ultimate Smash game. Yeah, we've got young Link back, and Ganondorf's back on form with his badass old school armour and gigantic nose, but where's my Skull Kid, Girahim or Daruk? Yeah, Girahim's deconfirmed as an assist trophy, but I'm still holding out hope for more Zelda reps in the game. And a way I think Sakurai could cram in a little more Hyrule is with the Zelda Echo Fighters. Whoever came up with the idea of branding clones as Echo Fighters in the game needs like 4 pay rises. Do you remember when everyone hated characters like Dark Pit and Lucina just because they were quote unquote unimaginative and took up spaces in the roster? Well, this has all been turned on its head with Echo Fighters, and now people have been losing their minds over the inclusions of characters like Daisy, Richter and Crom. And I mean, obviously I'd prefer more full-fledged unique Zelda fighters on the roster rather than clones, but real fighters take a huge amount of time to design, and Echoes comparatively less. So what Zelda Echo Fighters could we see in Smash Bros. Ultimate? As a rule, I won't include characters that have been deconfirmed like Girahim, and I'll stick to having the fighters as echoes of other Zelda characters. So let's look to Hyrule and find some new Echo Fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Okay, this one's pretty obvious. We've already got one super slow, super hard hitting Zelda villain in Smash with good old Ganon, so a perfect Echo Fighter for him in my opinion would be the OG big bad of the Zelda timeline, the King of Demons, the Conqueror of Time, the source of all evil himself, Demise. In case you haven't played Skyward Sword, here be spoilers for a 7-year-old game. Demise is the original source of all the monsters and the evil in Hyrule. The King of Demons that challenged the goddess Hylia for the Triforce, was sealed, and then was resurrected and slain by Link during Skyward Sword. Demise takes the form of a gigantic muscular humanoid with rolling flames instead of hair and black scales instead of skin. Girahim, a powerful demon lord, was seemingly the main antagonist of Skyward Sword, until you find out he's simply the spirit of Demise's sword, which is essentially the polar opposite of the Master Sword. While Link uses the Blade of Evil's Bane to free the land from darkness, Demise uses this beast of a sword to blot out the light. And guess what? Ganondorf's finally got a sword in Smash. And it's not the rapier-like Sword of the Sages from Twilight Princess, nor the twin blades from the Wind Waker. Ganondorf uses this monstrous two-hander from the 2000 Space World GameCube Zelda demo, a sword which has a non-canon backstory from the Zelda manga. Now that Ganondorf has a sword in Smash Bros, I really can't see any better Echo Fighter than Demise for the Gerudo King. Since Demise's sword is a hugely iconic part of his character, it wouldn't be fitting otherwise. Now, Ganondorf's powerful sword swing smash attacks would work brilliantly as Demise's. I wouldn't expect too many changes between Ganondorf and Demise, though it would be awesome to change something like his side special from Flame Choke into Demise's iconic Lightning Strike. Pressing side B once will cause lightning to strike Demise's sword, similar to Pikachu's Thunder, and then pressing it again will cause him to send out a beam of blue energy very similar to Cloud's Blade Beam. I think Demise is a really awesome Zelda villain, and it'd make the perfect Echo Fighter for Ganondorf in my opinion. One thing that stood out to people when we saw Zelda's alternate costumes in Smash Bros. Ultimate was that there wasn't a Princess Hilda one. It would have been so easy and so fitting since Zelda is now rocking her admittedly adorable A Link Between Worlds design in this game. So if she's not an alternate costume for Zelda, could she work as an Echo Fighter? Well, yeah, easily. We've got Dark Pit and Pit as Echo Fighters of each other, and there really isn't a Legend of Zelda Echo Fighter that would fit more similarly than Zelda and Hilda in this fashion, except for maybe my next pick. In A Link Between Worlds we're introduced to an opposite world to Hyrule, imaginatively named Lorule. The Triforce of Lorule was destroyed however, causing the world to become a ruin of a kingdom, similar to the Dark World from A Link to the Past. Hilda is the Lorulean counterpart to Princess Zelda, and goes to desperate measures to try and save her kingdom, using Yuga and Ganon to attempt to steal Hyrule's Triforce. We don't really see Hilda do too much in her games in terms of combat, but then again we never really saw Zelda do much either except for use the light arrows in final battles, so I don't see why Hilda wouldn't work as Zelda's Echo. Hilda is definitely more desperate and erratic than Princess Zelda, so perhaps she could work as a faster, weaker version of Zelda. who in Smash Bros is slow but incredibly powerful. This could tie in with the villain's theme too. Not that Hilda is at all evil, but she could work well as a villain to oppose Zelda if the game has a Subspace Emissary-esque story. Hilda just acted out of desperation, not out of evil, but she could still be a cool opposition character for Zelda. Okay, yeah, it's another low rule Echo Fighter, but I can't make a Zelda Echo Fighters video without including Ravio. This time it's a far more unique one than Hilda, maybe not in moveset but definitely in character. Ravio posed as a shopkeeper for the majority of A Link Between Worlds, before we learn that he's Link's low-rulian counterpart, the supposed hero of low rule who lacks the courage of Link. He's a coward, hiding and letting Link save both Hyrule and low rule, though personally I think he's a really unique and fun character. The three low-rulian counterparts to Link, Ganon and Zelda, Ravio, Yuga and Hilda, all show opposite traits to the Hyrule trio. Ravio is cowardly in place of courageous, Yuga lacks power and relies on merging with Ganon to gain it, and Hilda trusts Yuga, showing a lack of wisdom. Ravio is a fun alternative view of the hero, and I think he could work perfectly as an Echo Fighter for young Link. We can see during his demonstrations of items that Ravio is actually able to use Link's arsenal, and as a counterpart character he'd fit well as an Echo Fighter. And if some moves were changed to make him more unique, perhaps you could have the Tornado Rod as a more long-ranged version of the spin attack for an up special recovery, however one that lacks a hitbox and so can't damage opponents. Or perhaps his iconic hammer could be a forward smash in place of sword strikes. Either way, I think Ravio would be a really fun and unique Echo Fighter for young Link in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and would give more representation to one of the best Zelda games to date. Impa is a recurring character in the Zelda series, but arguably the most famous incarnation is the bulky guardian of Princess Zelda in Ocarina of Time, the woman who teaches Link Zelda's lullaby, and probably taught the princess how to disguise herself as the ninja-esque Sheik during the 7 years Link slept. So what better Echo Fighter for Sheik in Smash Bros. Ultimate than her teacher herself, Impa? We don't see Impa fight in Ocarina of Time, just in Hyrule Warriors, but we do see that she has similar abilities to Sheik, using Deku Nuts to vanish in a flash of blinding light. Then again, we didn't see Sheik fight either, and she's got a full moveset. It's pretty obvious though that the two aren't the same, one of them's small and slender, and the other is large and muscular, so if Impa was included as an Echo Fighter in Smash, we'd have to have her play as a slower, stronger echo of Sheik, which I think could work. Sheik in Smash Bros works by wearing the opponent down with a variety of light, easily comboable attacks, and then finishing with one of a few intricate kill setups. Impa could have the same moveset, but trade off some of Sheik's mobility for higher power attacks, perhaps having a forward aerial similar to melee Sheik's, a powerful kill move. Regardless, I think Impa would be an awesome addition to Smash and a really fitting echo for the princess's alter ego, Sheik. Echo Fighters aren't hugely different to their originals usually. For example, Lucina is just Marth without the tipper mechanic, and Dark Pit is Pit with a couple of moves altered. So it would be a slightly bigger change to have an entire character slowed down and powered up for Impa and Sheik, but I think it's entirely possible and would be a really creative way to fit in one of the most iconic Ocarina of Time characters. Throw in her Skyward Sword outfit and potentially her Hyrule Warriors one too as alternate costumes, and you've got a great Zelda rep that plays in a unique way. So there are a couple of picks for Echo Fighters I'd like to see from the Zelda series in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm so excited for the game. One of the only things that I'd change in it, in fact, is throwing in more representation for my favourite game series. I made a video covering the moveset I think Skull Kid and Majora could have if they made it into Smash Ultimate, and you can check that out with the link in the description. What Echo Fighters do you guys want to see in Smash Bros. Ultimate? Not just Zelda ones, although there are a load more that would fit the bill. Let me know in the comments below. If you liked the video, please drop a like, it really helps the channel out, and subscribe if you want to see some more Zelda and Smash Bros content. Cheers guys, and I'll see you next time.